Good morning, everybody. It is July the 1st. Do you believe it? It's fantastic Friday, July the 1st. Sure, everybody's getting ready for a long holiday weekend. The 4th is a holiday. Our offices are closed. The banks are closed. The post office is closed. It's a day for all of us to rest. Happy Independence Day coming up. So it is July the 1st. So we passed the 6-month mark for the year. And what we see is a resounding 61 days of inventory. Haven't seen that for a long time. You listed 194 homes yesterday, which was awesome. 157 were single family homes. And of those single family homes, 66 of them were $485,000 and under, for a total of 1,827 homes, 485 and under, which is now 35% of the market. And I am, oh, here comes my Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy. You made it.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, Jimmy, we have 61 days of inventory.
Okay.
I haven't seen that forever. And the best news is, the best news, Jimmy, is, my gosh, what happened to your face?
Oh, somebody told me to shave.
Oh my gosh, a new Jimmy. Well, for the next 6 months, so we got a new Jimmy, huh?
Yeah.
At least. So I was just saying that 35% of our market is 485,000 and under, with over 1,800 homes in that 35%. So the market is moving in a good direction, and I have the best news of all. Guess what the median price is? Effective
460.
485.
485.
It didn't move.
Oh,
Is the message. It has moved all year long, but May and June did not move. So we're going into the second half of the year with a median price of 485, which I, like you, think it's going to soften a little bit.
well, that's 2 months in a row that there hasn't been an increase, and we predicted this a year ago. We said it's going to level off. It might not drop, but it will go level. And so now there's 2 months in a row it's leveled. Just what you
Yes.
said.
Yeah. What do you go figure, right?
Yeah.
You and I've been in this, 4 decades in real estate.
Yeah.
So, we've learned something. Things change, and some things don't. Jimmy, I wanted to show some things here that I think are more important than that. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. Here, I just wanted to show everybody. Oh, that's the wrong one, of course. Of course, hide that one. Let's see if it's this one. Yeah. So this is the median sales price. In 2017, it was $239. So it has doubled since January of 2017, and we're holding here. In May, it was 485, and today's stats showed 485 for June. So we'll see what happens. But the historic data is always interesting to me, and I will post that on the group. And then I had something else here I thought was interesting. No, that's not it. Hide that one. Where's all my stuff? Where's my check marks? Hang on. I guess they're not here for some reason. It's okay. So anyway, I had some historic numbers, and I don't know what I did with them. Just this one of the median price. So talk for a second while I find something I wanted to show.
Okay. For those of you that are listening or going to listen to this later, I watched Buffini's podcast, his middle of the year update review, which Ruthie posted to her site. And that's one way you can find this. Go to Ruthie's site and watch Buffini. And the things that he says are not eye-opening. They're things that we have been talking about and Buffini has been talking about for years and years and years. They're principles on how to run your business. He opens the video with a few thoughts, and then he turns over to his brother, and he talks about the network his brother has built over the years. The guy that owns Remax doesn't want to talk to the guy that owns Coldwell Banker, or the guy that owns Coldwell Banker doesn't want to talk to the guy that owns Century 21. They don't talk to each other. It's almost like top producing agents. You really should talk to other top producing agents, but oh my God, they might get my deal or something. And we think there's some big secret. And Dermot has built up a network of influencers over the years that he's been working with Brian. and he gets to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
And that's that. It's called Metcalfe's law. The power of the network expands based on who's in the network and who's actually using the network. And it's why LinkedIn sold for $26 billion to Microsoft. Bill Gates is a very smart guy, and he understood Metcalfe's law, and that's also the reason he bailed out Apple. I don't know if you know this story or not, but Apple was going broke. They were on the verge of total
Yeah.
collapse, and Bill Gates threw in a bunch of money. Why? Because of who's running Apple, because of the guy that was at the helm. He said, you know what? You're a competitor of mine and you inspire me, and you are being in my life is important. And I need you to keep your company going. Let's keep some competition going. And he gave him a bunch of money. And they were on stage once together that I'm aware of. And Steve Jobs had tears in his eyes telling this story. It's a true story. He said, if
Yeah.
it wasn't for Bill Gates, I would not be sitting here today. And it's the power of the network. And that's why your show and what you do, Ruthie, is so important. It's the power of the network and who's in here and who's getting benefit from it. And you're not making anything out of this.
Well, no. But at some point, like I said, we've been in this business for decades. Sometimes we have to think about giving back a little bit. So this is
That's what
my
you're
way
doing.
of giving back, and hopefully inspiring other people to get into video. Get into doing some of the things that I do. I go out on a limb a lot. I don't, me. It's like, okay, what just happened here? I'm missing something, but you just learn to roll with the punches, and I think that's part of it. And I found this, Jimmy. This was active listings, and I just wanted your take on this. So right now, and this is the MLS. So this says 6,978 active listings in June. In other words, in June, there were that many active listings. And if you look back at history, which I always like to do, we've been here before with this many listings and even more. I don't like to use 2020 because of the pandemic, but it wasn't even that different. But look at 2019. Look what happened. Oh, the pandemic was 2019, right? Was it been
2020.
that 2020?
2020.
But
Yeah.
look at 2019. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, in July we had 10,000 available listings, and that was a good year.
Mm-hmm.
So and I think that it helps, like you were saying earlier, it's going to stabilize the prices,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the key thing.
It already
So
has. It already
yeah,
has.
it already has. For 2 months we haven't had a rise. That's really good. And 2017, I'm looking at 2017, Jimmy, and I'm thinking, I think that 2022 is probably going to be a lot like 2017 when it comes to numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're going to set the world on fire, but I think everybody's going to be okay.
Well, this
I
is
mean,
what we
last
talked
year,
about several shows ago about reversion to the mean, looking back at some of the historical data and saying this is probably how this market's going to shape out.
yeah,
So yeah.
last year was just an anomaly. I mean, we had so many pent up buyers and so much was going on. And I just don't think it's going to happen again. Of course, the 3% interest rates too fueled that fire and led a lot of people into become homeowners. But we know that we still have a tremendous amount of pent up buyers. And Dr. Young said some important things. And one of the things that he said, the kind of about the interest rates, he talked about the Federal Reserve rate, and that affects credit cards and bank loans, perhaps, and what have you, but not necessarily the mortgage market, because the mortgage market can set their own rates. It depends on how much money they want to win or lose, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how many, and a mortgage looks at the long term, 15 years, 30 years. So they can maybe lose a little bit on the beginning and make it up in the end. There's many ways that the mortgage industry continues to thrive regardless. I mean, they made money when interest rates were 12%. And they weren't making the 12%. They were paying probably, I don't know, 10% for that money. So it's not like they were making a lot of money. But they're coming out with some new programs, and FHA is to target the first-time home buyers. And I've talked about this before, and that should inspire the market a little bit, especially if we can maintain the pricing. And Dr. Young said he doesn't really believe that the interest rates are going to go into double digits. He thinks, what did he say? Did he say 6.5 by the end of the year?
Yeah, he said maybe 6.5, but yeah, he thinks they're pretty much done going up. That's what he
Yeah.
thinks.
That's what he thinks. So we'll see. I mean, he's not just, that's not his opinion. He studies, and that's his research. That's what he's come up with.